Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Munden, and I'd like to welcome you to this event for this evening. So that we can get started properly, I would like to introduce you to someone that you probably know very well, and for those of you who don't, she's the First Lady of Fast Draw, Becky Munden.
Thank you. Very eloquent. This is a time to celebrate Bob's incredible life, his full life. I was fortunate to have joined him for close to 49 years. Some of you knew him before me, and some of you have tales to share about him. That's going to be our entertainment tonight. I'm first because I have the mic. Most of you know how I met Bob, but for those of you who don't, I was living in Southern California with my folks just 2 years out of high school. My brother Bill Lewis was married and had 2 little girls. Bill started competing in fast draw with blanks, an event called Walk and Draw Level. They wanted me to come watch sometime. The idea of grown men dressing up like cowboys and shooting guns in parking lots, well, my brother was always a little odd. My brother and sister-in-law came back from the California State Championships in Ridgecrest talking about the tournament. My sister-in-law Nina told me that the guy who won was really cute and about my age. She said she didn't think he was married. She said his name was Bobby Munden. Well, I instantly developed a deep interest in this new fascinating sport. I also want to point out when I'm talking about it, that trophy over there is the one he won that day. That's the California State Championship 1962. And there's a picture of him with a group of people receiving that trophy. It's on the table there. If you get a chance, go over and take a look. Anyway, the following Wednesday, I joined Bill and Nina in Buena Park at Jerry's Barbecue Restaurant, where Bill's Fast Draw Club held their meetings, because they always had a practice session after the club meeting, and Nina said that Bobby would probably be there. He was. From then on, I spent every weekend at shoots all over California, Arizona, Nevada, pulling for my brother and Munden, which I did for about a year and a half, every weekend. They had tournaments, sometimes 3 in a weekend, and they'd be at restaurants, bars, shopping malls, car dealers, anything. They were shooting blanks out in parking lots. Can you imagine them doing that in California today? Amazing. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, after about that time, I decided I was going to start shooting myself. Because I knew everybody, but nobody knew me. I was just in the crowd, you know. And of course, Bob didn't know me either. So I went to my first tournament. Who did I draw? Munden. Of course, by the time I drew and shot, he'd already turned around, walked back to the starting line. So I shot him in the back, you see. Bob, right after that, Bob was drafted into the Army. Fast Draw celebrated because somebody else could win. The very next shoot, he was there because he had failed the hearing test for some strange reason. 4 of us that were there who was single went out for pizza after the shoot, and we just drove around, ended up at Huntington Beach, and we were walking out on the pier, and Bob took hold of my hand, and he said, "You just spit." So we talked most of the night. Well, he talked. I listened. There was a shoot the following Sunday. I suggested we go together since we lived close. Unbelievably, we lived in the same city, which is just a coincidence. I had the better car, a 57 Chevy hardtop convertible. 3 months later, we were married. I think he married me for my car. On our honeymoon, we went to another California State Championship in San Leandro, which Bob won in style. That was almost 49 years ago.